Hey guys, it's me, Lena. Welcome back to my channel. I know y'all don't see this beautiful face that often, but I just wanted to come on here and give y'all 10 quick tips on becoming a boss braider. So y'all know me, if y'all watch my videos, I like to keep it simple. I try to do it quick, in and out. So number one, braid like a boss. First of all, probably the most important, and I don't know why people like to skip over this, but you have to practice. You really got to practice. You got to know how to perfect the basics first. So many people get out there and braid and can't part. That's literally like the foundation of every braid style. If you can't part, you got to practice. If you can't part, the braid style is going to look shitty. So practice, practice, practice. Watch some videos, take some classes, buy a mannequin. Whatever you gotta do, get those braids neat first before you just jump out into the world and wanna charge $300 for some braids. Practice. Number two, find your braid niche. Or is it niche? Or niche if you wanna be fancy. Anyway, find it. So the easiest way to build up your clients is to narrow it down. So there are a lot of people that just braid kids. There are people that just do knotless. There are people that just do stitch braids. And those people that's just doing stitch braids, they making that money, okay? Because 5 braids can cost you anywhere from like $100 to $150. And that's all they doing is just stitch braids. And that's without the design. $100 without the design for 5 braids. But guess what? They got good at it. They practiced it. They narrowed it down. They're like, oh, I just want to do stitch braids. I can make $100 off doing these 5 braids. This take me an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I can make $50, $75 an hour, however you level it out. It's easy to just narrow it down and pick something to start with. Get good at that, like get great at that actually. Once you do something so many times, you just automatically, you're going to get better at it. So if you find your braid niche, it's easier to build your clientele because people know what to go to you for. They like, oh yeah, she bad with the stitch braids. They gonna send everybody to you for stitch braids. Like, oh man, she always doing kids braids, so send your kids over there to her. And low key, kids are the best type of clientele to do actually. Even though it takes a lot of patience, those kids, they are the best returning clients. They come back every 3 to 4 weeks because them parents don't want to be bothered with that. So if you start out and you do kids, that's like, yeah, I'm automatically gonna be getting some money. I see you again in 3 weeks. I see you again in 4 weeks. So number 3, Speedy Gonzales Braider. And that jumps back to number 1, practice, practice, practice. You gotta get fast. Nobody wanna sit for 8 to 10 hours to get no box braids. Now your first head you do is probably gonna take 8 to 10 hours. But that second head you do, it might take 6 to 8. By the time you get to that 10th head you did, you might be cut your time down to 5 hours. So if you can keep practicing and break that time down to like 3 or 4 hours or 5 hours at the most, then you good. Like you wanna be faster because the faster you are, the more clients you can get in, but you don't want to compromise the quality, of course, but you don't wanna be slow as hell. Nobody wanna sit all day. Nobody want to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with you. They just want to get their hair done. So get a little bit faster, and that's going to keep them clients coming back because they like, oh yeah, I'm in and out when I go to her. And I ain't got to sit all day, and I'll come out, and my hair is looking good. Number 4, keep it cool and professional-ish. And I say ish because we know them people will take you there sometime and take you there and take you there. But for the most part, you gotta be the bigger person. You know, you gotta be more professional than them. You gotta show up on time. You gotta communicate, make sure you communicate all your rules, regulations, and everything right up front. So don't throw no surprises out there. Don't let a person show up 15 minutes late and you're like, oh, I charge $50 for late fee. And they didn't know that ahead of time. So just make sure you have the good communication skills with your clients. Number 5. You want an Insta-Worthy Portfolio. You want to make sure you invest in a good camera. So make sure when you're posting your pictures to Instagram and stuff that they are clear. And I think I said that before about investing in yourself and getting you a good phone. So it don't have to be a fancy ass $500 camera. You can use your iPhone or just, it can be a good Android, but a good one, you know, Galaxy or whatever. no good. But don't post them blurry pictures. Don't post them dark pictures. Don't post those horrible angles. Don't post the scalp pictures. Like, post a nice overall picture. Like, if you look at the picture and you like, I don't really like it, it's okay, don't post it. Like, because when people go to your page and they scroll, you want them to see all the best stuff. You want them to see all the good stuff, because that's how they're gonna make their decision whether they're coming to you or not. Mostly it's by those pictures. So if you post the shitty pictures, they just look at a few and then they like swipe on and they on to the next profile. So make sure what you post is the stuff that you like. And number 6, network, but not the boring networking. Like, go make it like fun, like a party. Like, when you go to these places and you connect with other people that's doing like the same thing you are doing, like, you never know who you're gonna run into. Networking is good. You might run into somebody in your city, they like flooded with clients, and then they see your work and they like, oh yeah, like, so when I get extra people, I can just send them to you. And then that goes back to the last one, make sure them Instagram pictures is looking right. But network, don't be shy. I'm shy sometimes. I ain't the most people-liest person, but I can hold a conversation and I will get out there and talk to people. But just make sure you're ready. Like, when you get out there and network, make sure have that confidence, show your work off, and get out there, put your name out there. And now number 7, pricing. Pricing is hard. I get questions about pricing all the time in classes, and a lot of these people be new, and I'm like, you did good today and you learned it, but you still need to practice. Like, you can't go out here, learn this today, and be out there tomorrow and be like, yeah, it's $250 for these large braids. Like, nah, that ain't how that works. Like, there's a lot of stuff that like adds into how you structure your pricing. So like what's included, you got to break that down. Like, what is your time and like what is your experience like, and what are your surroundings like? What are other people in your area charging? The people all around you can't be charging $200 for these medium knowledge, and you like, oh yeah, I'm going right down the street from them and I'm gonna charge $600. That's not really how that works. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. You could, but you gotta be the braid boss. You gotta have your stuff together. You gotta be right. You gotta be good. Your timing, customer service, everything gotta be right for you to just outprice everybody in your city. So pricing, you just gotta make it make sense and set your price at what's comfortable for you. Now, you don't wanna be like, oh, I'm charging $50 for these braids and this don't make sense. You on this head for 8 hours and you made $50. Now, that don't make sense. But you can't be like, oh, because I'm slow and it took me 8 hours, I'm gonna charge $1,000. Like, you can't do that either. And they doing the same style for $300 because it took them 3 hours. So you just gotta make it make sense and make sure you do your research. Do your research. It's okay to check them other braiders' booking pages. We all do it. And number 8, social media shenanigans. Why am I smacking like that? Social media shenanigans. Now, people want to see that you can do good braids, but people also like to see your personality too. Like, nobody want to sit in your chair for 5 hours and the only thing you done said is, good morning, you can have a seat. Oh, goodbye, thanks for coming. Nobody want to sit in your seat for 5 hours with that dry stuff. They really want to know what your personality is, right? So social media gives you a chance to showcase your personality and your skills. And the best site for that really, I think, is TikTok. Because I feel like TikTok allows you to be your total self and you can let down on the professionalism a little bit. I know I'll be out there doing TikTok dances with my kids looking crazy and all that stuff, but that's just the stuff I do on a regular. It's not always sip your tea, pinky. It's not always professional like that. So you gotta let loose a little bit and have a little fun on social media sometimes. Let your clients get to know your personality and what they're getting into before they walk in and get them bomb ass braids or whatever. Okay, number 9, client retention. Client retention is important. You want them people to come back, because when people come back, they bring people. They send other people to you, and that builds your clientele up fast. Word of mouth gets you there fast. So you want them clients that keep coming back. And like I was saying about the kids, those kids come back every 3 and 4 weeks. So those are So you want to like treat them like your braid BFFs so they can come back and they can send other people. You can give them a discount here and there. Like I like to give discounts like to my existing clients. A lot of people will be like throwing out new client discounts. That just kind of don't make sense to me. Like I'm gonna get a discounts to my loyal people, my people who've been coming. I got clients that I've been doing for over 10 years. They gonna get the discounts before I do this new person who only coming because I got a special and they might not ever come back again. So work on your client retention. Have that good attitude and have that good environment where people want to come back, but make sure them braids look good too. And last but not least at all, expand your brand. So when after you done doing all that other stuff, you done practice, you building your clientele up and yada yada yada, it's time to expand. Expand. That's where mostly to me becoming a braid boss comes in, that when you got like the whole package, right? So when you start building your clientele, you might want to think about getting an assistant. That's gonna make stuff flow easier. You don't have to like answer emails and texts and booking braid questions all day, and you don't have to have so much. You get an assistant that braiding down. That saves your hands a little bit. It saves some time and energy and everything. And so, yeah, when you start to expand, you might want to get an assistant, or you might want to open up a salon and have other braiders in there and you training them to braid everybody. So now you making money off of 10 chairs because they all paying commission on all these people that's coming in. Like that's part of the expanding. Or when you're ready to get there, you can throw out that first product. Like it could be, something that your clients already need, or something that they are going to the beauty supply to get. You can sell hair, you can sell oil, you can sell whatever type of products, bonnets. You know, it's a whole lot of stuff that you can sell to your clients. That upselling, that passive income, getting that website where they could just order when you sleep, when you can make money when you sleep. That's a braid boss, okay? So there are my 10 tips on becoming a boss braider. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free. It only takes a second to hit the like button. It's free. I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm out.